Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa and this is Southern Yankee Designs. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a wonderful plaster finish, and it looks like this. This is really a great finish for any decor. I've seen this in rustic settings, traditional, contemporary. You can do so much with this plaster and it's so easy to use. I'm starting off with my base color, which I had Sherwin-Williams match the plaster color I was using. I labeled this color Champagne Mist because it is the color of the LusterStone plaster that I am using. I am using sample paint from Sherwin-Williams and I'm rolling on one even layer. If you are doing a large area, I definitely recommend an inexpensive satin finish paint. You're going to want to let the paint dry. The plaster I am using is from Faux International. It's called LusterStone in the color Champagne Mist. This plaster is a metallic plaster that goes on in thin layers and comes in a variety of different colors. I am using a Venetian plaster trowel to apply this plaster. You don't want to use just any trowel with this plaster. You definitely want to use one with rounded corners, otherwise you're going to get scratch marks everywhere, and that doesn't look good at all. When using a trowel, you want to use the edges of it. It really is good to practice on a sample board first so you can get the hang of how to use the trowel and what's most comfortable for you. I move across my surface with the edge of the trowel in a curved motion. One quick little side note, keep your trowels clean. I don't know what got on this, but I can't get it off. Thank God it's on the back side. Otherwise this plaster finish would look like one scratchy mess. I'd probably have to toss this trowel. I am applying thin layers of LusterStone over the entire surface of my sample board, one section at a time. I am applying the plaster with the edge of my trowel in a curved motion over the entire surface. A little side note, please don't use just any old trowel. It's really important to use a good tool for this finish. A good tool provides a good and beautiful result. You definitely want to stick around to the end of this video so you can see all of the before and after transformations that I did using LusterStone. I will be providing links to all of the products and tools I used in this video in the description box below. Any excess plaster that's left on my trowel, I will scrape off and put back into the bucket with the rest of the plaster. I am going to let this first layer of LusterStone dry completely before moving on to the next layer. Now that the first layer of LusterStone is dry, I am applying a second layer of LusterStone in the same color, one section at a time. I like working in sections because I apply this plaster so thinly that it dries really quick. This second layer of LusterStone is applied a lot thinner than the first. You're going to want to remove most of the plaster that you are applying. That's how thin this layer is. It's almost like I made a mistake and I'm removing the plaster I just applied. And as you can see here, I know there's a glare. This really makes the metallics pop. This is what's called the luster layer. And I'm sure that's why it's called LusterStone.
I absolutely love this product. This is one of my favorite plasters to work with. It's so easy. I will say that it's not a good finish if you've got problem areas like in your drywall or any surfaces that have a lot of texture. That's why it's very important to do a sample first. This is definitely not a finish that's going to hide any imperfections that you're wanting to cover. Now for some beautiful before and after transformations. Some of these images are a little old, so you're just going to have to overlook that. These images really do not do this plaster finish any justice at all. You really have to see this in person. One thing I love about LusterStone is it almost changes colors depending on what time of day it is. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you loved this finish. I do. This is one of my favorites. Please leave any comments, suggestions, or ideas you'd like to see in my next video below. I will also leave a link to all of the materials that I used in this video in the description box below as well. And please give me a big thumbs up And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you can keep up with all of my future projects, videos, and faux finishes. Until next time, y'all stay healthy. I'll see ya.